I'm here with Jennifer, and you said you're how tall? You're 5'7"?
5'7".
5'7.5". So you can see the water line was above her head. Were you here when the water came through, or
I was upstairs.
You live upstairs.
Yeah,
so
I wasn't here totally when this all happened, but when I stepped outside, it was up to my chest, and I had about that much on the floor of the dining room.
I mean, so what was your experience of this whole thing? Tell me about.
It was horrifying. I mean, it went from within 20 minutes. It went from being at the river, being a very high river, to me being chest high out front of the restaurant. It came that quickly.
Wow.
It was very, very weird and strange and surreal, you know.
So the streets out front, how deep was that water? It was chest high out running down the main street?
Right here it was, but strangely enough, but it was all coming through this way. It was coming from the back side.
From the river?
The bridge hadn't crested yet.
Okay.
And the people up there who were calling me to hurry up were dry. And by the time I got to them, they were knee deep. And I was kind of coming out of, you know, the depths to them. But it was weird that it was all kind of rushed because it was coming through this way first.
Where did all the water come from? How did it all funnel to this area?
Well, from back here, this was all like sand. This was all sand back there. All of that rock debris was everything that was pushed out of the lake or out of the river. The river's right behind that tree line. So that all was dry when I first got up, which was 9:30, because I got a phone call from a friend saying, let's have coffee. And by the time we got upstairs, it was 9:45, and the landlord's son came, and the water was right here where that silver truck is. And he said, you got to get your truck out of here now. And by the time we came back, we were knee deep, and then we ran in and tried to get stuff to higher ground and grab stuff I needed in my pets to get out of the apartment. And by the time maybe 10 minutes later, I'm, you know, chest high outside. It was so fast. And then it hadn't even gone over the bridge yet at that point. It was all funneling in from this side, which is also why the liquor store down below has got so much more damage than a lot of us, because they got the congestion of happening. And then the bridge crested, and it was just river running right down Main Street.
So what are you thinking now? I mean, just looking forward, what's on your mind?
Well, it's hard for me because I'm just a tenant in somebody else's space. So most of what is to be spent beyond my goods that are destroyed, which is one of those things, being a restaurant person for years and years, you can buy used equipment and open something up if you have space. But it's really in the landlord's hands now because I'm not paying for the restoration, he is, you know, so that's kind of where it comes to me. And he's been in a bit of a mental coma since this happened, so it's hard to communicate with him.
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, this Facebook thing that I saw the other night, which I just couldn't believe, considering I know where my water line is in here, that from the roof across the street, these spotlights, that was the water level.
That was the water level?
That was the water level. It was like it couldn't obtain...
On this building?
Yes, across the street.
That's 10 feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bizarre. I think this just filled up.
It just filled up, so there's 10 feet of water going down the street.
By the time it got up there, it was on its way down. So the recession came almost as quickly as the
water came in.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's like the glory hole was trying to recover itself, I think, and try to suck water down. So it was happening so fast with the glory hole, it couldn't recover itself quick enough. Are you familiar with the glory hole?
Nope.
It's in our local paper. There's a picture of the glory hole, and it's out in Harriman's Reservoir, and it's a gigantic suction hole that pulls water down. Where that water goes, I can't even begin to tell you. But I mean, I just saw pictures of the thing for the first time like 3 days ago. It's incredible, though.
Well, this is the worst devastation I've ever seen.
Oh, it's insane.
Yes. I can't imagine the time of what it's going to take for recovery. But thank you very much for sharing your story.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, to all the Prana members, Lisa Wagner, you wanted some footage of what's going on out here. That's a perfect story. I mean, that's the worst that I've heard from all the people that I've talked to. But to think that they actually had 10 feet of water going down their main street, and then about 5 feet that had funneled into the buildings surrounding that, and then as fast as the water came, they said it subsided. So we'll continue to shoot some footage of what's going on here. We're grateful to be out here and be doing our part and working with Don and Jane Jones from Catamount. So we'll keep you posted on more of this happening.